Something to wrestle with, Bruce Prichard, and sitting next to me is a gentleman who needs absolutely no introduction. He's the first Intercontinental Champion. He was, I can't even count how many times he was Tag Team Champion and all of the different championships he's held in the wrestling world. But behind the scenes, probably the greatest mind I've ever had the pleasure of working with. And I think the best way I can describe him is my friend, Pat Patterson. Pat, welcome.
I hope we're going to have some fun.
Well-
We had wrestling every Friday night, all old timers, but it was pretty good. And I saw that, and there were heels and baby face, and I started hating the heels right away. And
Roy is a boss.
good,
Yeah?
good. When you see something that was no good, he would give you shit. You dumb motherfucker. You piece of shit. He would get mad. You know, he's a good Finnish man too. Very, very good. The nice thing, I don't know why this happens to me. You know, like Ray Stevens, Pepper Gomez, all these guys are there, and I'm in part of the group and everything else. And sometime Roy would go, you're going to San Jose tonight? Yeah, he says, well, you take care of the show because I ain't going to be there.
So is this the first time you're meeting Bobby Heenan too at this time?
That's right. God damn. Oh, I love Bobby Heenan. What fun I had with him. On the planes, what we used to do. Unlock the lady, you know, the what do you call it, toilet?
Yeah.
You know, you have a little thing and it says occupied. So people get up and they go it says occupied, so they go back. So I would get up, or Bobby would get up, get a boom, and make noise with the door, right?
Right.
So somebody.
And you were the first one, I think it was 5 actually. I think you were the first one to ever go 5
With Backlund.
with Backlund, and it was the Garden. Obviously, you guys worked around. That was unheard of.
I was so much fun at the cage match. Backlund, the cage match, the door, and I'm trying to go over that like a cage. He was shooting with me. He thought I was going to double cross him. I said, Bob, after the match, I said, Bob, relax. Well, I thought you were going to go. I said, no.
Isn't that funny?
He's got to get beat sometime. I was just starting to roll on him, and roll on him. And swear to God, the fucking place was going insane. Don't move, nothing. And I'm almost on him, and I was at a boom. Fucking unbelievable.
Double count.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
My favorite Pat, and this was one of my favorite Pat Patterson sayings, is the best Finnish man in the business, Pat Patterson.
Oh.
Ever. For me. Best I've ever worked with in my life. But what made you and makes you so unique was I would love to listen to you lay out a finish, and you give it to the guys, and then come back, and you asked and how it was done, and all the way down to starting the match over again.
Hey,
And
what do you
Sean
think? In LA, that match, I sit down with them, back and forth, all set, okay, Sean and Brett and everything. Those days they were friends. And what do you think? We're just finishing the match almost. I'm sitting with a fucking hat on in the crowd, and I'm fucking crying again because
He's a crybaby.
It worked.
No, it did
got
work.
goosebumps. Because the boys were a little crazy
Right.
in those days. And
Who was crazy? Piper?
well, you know, the night before we had one drink too many. The next night it was the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the traveling was a pain in the neck. I tell you what, years ago, Vince, you know, when he started this thing, he said, Patrick, we're going to take care of these guys. We're going to rent rooms for them. The wrestlers, they're going to have free rooms.
Right.
And I look at this, I look at Vince, I go, and Vince go, and all of a sudden, I swear to you, I fell on the floor. Vince is at the other end, he's on the floor. fucking laughing like crazy. He says, Patrick, we have to sell out. If we don't sell out, we're out of business. I said, are you fucking crazy? He says, Patrick, I'm gonna use the truth. Fuck.
Imagine. Was there ever any concern of Orndorff and Roddy or anybody going off and going into business for themselves and trying to, you know, by God, Roddy's going to break T's leg and Orndorff's going to knock Hogan out in the middle of the match?
Oh yeah, they were talking about some guys. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Look at all these big guys that was around. Piper was not a giant. Right. He had a good talker, but he could convince everybody he can beat this guy.
Yeah.
He had guts. This character, it worked for him. I know. All of a sudden, I'm in my office and the phone rings. Vince says, Patrick, do you have anything to do with that? I said, yes. He said, great, I love it.
We hadn't seen Hulk in a while, and we didn't get to see him before he went in, I don't think. But we knew they were meeting in Vince's office. And we had wrestling buddies, the stuffed plush wrestling buddies in our office. And I said, Pat, let's take the wrestling buddy and let's go up on the roof and we'll hang it down in Vince's office, because the way Vince's office was, his chair faced out, like looking out the window. So I was like, we'll put it down there where only Vince can see it. Hulk wouldn't be able to see it because we figured Hulk would have his back to the window. And we do it, and we lower it down, and we're like two children. lowering it down. We think it's right, and then I tie it off, and we're sitting there, and we're laughing, and the next thing we know, we hear this, boom, boom! And I was like, oh shit, somebody's up here. Patrick! Bruce! God damn it! Where are you? Now, we're on a roof. There's only so many places you can hide. Right. But like children, we ran and hid behind air conditioner units on the roof.
He didn't think about his father. I didn't. I forgot about his father. That's it. No, I got a phone call a few days later. He's fucking pissed off at me.
Well, Randy was.
Huh?
Randy was pissed off?
Randy, oh, fucking pissed like a motherfucker. And he was screaming. I said, well, listen, are you home now? I'm taking a fucking plane and I'm coming to fucking take you, okay? And I did. I told Vince. Vince, oh, come on. No, I'm going. If you want to have a fight, we're going to have a fight. I went to that fucking restaurant. I went in there. I said, Randy, what the fuck? I forgot about... You ever see me argue with your dad? I enjoy your dad, your mom, and everything else. I forgot about your dad. I know, yeah.
And that's where Eversole and I, because Dick sat next to me, and that's when we came up with Titan Time. Because we're looking and going, wait a minute, if we do 2 minutes, and how many we got left? We got, shit, we don't have any time. And so he says, just send the next guy out. I said, it hadn't been 2 minutes. He goes, we'll call it Titan Time. So we were doing like a minute and a half for some guys. Some guys was a minute with us. The night that we got pulled over by the big boss man.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you were there.
No, you were with Watts. You weren't in the car. You were with Bill Watts, and it was me, Briscoe, and JR.
Oh, wait a minute.
When we had
I
all
remember
the beer.
when the cop pulls us over because I put my ass out the window. I moved somebody.
Yeah, that was in Wisconsin though.
So he loves what he's doing. Look, he works 24 hours a day. It's not so much the money. He loves to be creative. And at times, you get a little stuck, you need help.
Right.
Look, Shane McMahon loves the business. He's going to be one of those. You're going to be creative. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not kissing butt. Paul Levesque got a good brain. I like the way he handles the business. I like the way he handles the talent. He does not all the gaga stuff, you know. If you watch him work, he's not a guy that's going to dive over the top rope and get up, you know. Right. He wrestles, and I like that, you know. And Shane,
that you would want to like create things for, work their matches, help them out with their matches?
As of now?
Yeah. Or a pick from any time.
Oh, I told you that the Miz and Dolph and guys like that, I would work very hard on that.
Did you? And I never said, I don't know who took them. I didn't take them, but go ahead. Pat took them. JR, not me. Go ahead.
Well, I went and got the key, so Vince and I are fucking laughing like crazy, but he doesn't know we're there in the restaurant. 2 minutes later, another one comes in and it came in like this, and now it became what it is, you know. God damn it! It's last night.
He hated it originally, though.
Huh?
Vince hated it originally.
When I gave him the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I gave him the idea. He didn't like it. And what happened is we had a meeting with Dick Ebersol for the network, and we used to do business with Dick Ebersol once a month for a live TV show.
Of course, for Saturday night's main event. Yeah.
Saturday night main event, and would give him
For a lot of years, because working with Vince will drive you banana.
But you know, it's a funny thing that you had some problems for a while.
Yeah.
It never bothered me. I was always on your side. Yeah. And when it was time for a while, you were gone, and I said, Vince, got to bring him back. I needed you.